The time has come and the time is now. The conference finale here at the Conference Carolinas. It's Southern Wesleyan taking on the undefeated in conference play, Young Harris Mountain Lions. They're on the prowl to remain undefeated, but first they've got to get through a tough and gritty and really hot defensively team. And that team is Southern Wesleyan University right now, sitting at a total of 4-11 on the season. They've surpassed one more win than they had last year and a potential for one of the biggest upsets in Conference Carolinas play so far this season. As we welcome you here at the Conference Carolinas Digital Network, my name's Colin Calvert, and it is a pleasure to be with you here in Central South Carolina as we look towards the opening draw. This is the Southern Wesleyan team led by Lindsay Schneider. And then for Young Harris, who come in here at 12-5, 8-0 in conference play. They're led by Christine Hatton. It'll be Young Harris to begin things with Mary Troyer, a senior out of Chattahoochee High School, and from Johns Creek, the senior, who right now ranks number 2 in the Conference Carolinas for assists a game, looking to dish out early on. She begins here at the top of the 12. Defensively, this is a very strong Southern Wesleyan team. Right now, lead the conference in caused turnovers as this one slides right by for the first score of the day. It's courtesy of Young Harris. So a super quick start here for the Mountain Lions. They grabbed their first one early on, getting that one right by the head of Amanda Erickson. The Massachusetts native, in her very first season of collegiate lacrosse, has had to step up in lieu of Ava Lombardi, who unfortunately, like many SWU athletes on this women's lacrosse team, have suffered an injury. But Erickson has stepped up in more ways than one, coming off 5 saves in the loss to NGU. She played pretty well against the Trailblazers out of Greenville, South Carolina. And now, here comes FIFA Steves, the all-star for this Warriors squad. Really one of the big reasons why they're first in caused turnovers and ground balls a game in conference play. Here comes Helen Posey, trying to recollect herself. It's swatted down. Erica Baum out of Vimy Ridge Academy. The freshman against junior action. They're just outside the circle. One thing that this SWU team needs to really focus on is preventing the turnovers. Right now, they're technically last in the Conference Carolinas in regards to turnovers a game. But whenever I say last, it truly means they right now lead the conference in turnovers a game. And it's a pretty hefty amount as well. 24.9, so right there on the edge of 25 turnovers a game. And the clear percentage has been rough so far this season for Southern Wesleyan. They've got to get it over that midfield line and get it to their offense, who today is led by Mary Hernandez, Taylor Townsend, as well as Caitlin Anderson. Haley Billings as well. She's been very, very impressive this season. Right now, if you're Young Harris, you're trying to get this ball into the hands of Parker. Riley Parker out of River Ridge High School from Woodstock, Georgia. She's got 50 goals on the season, and that'll be a strike from the freshman, Erica Baum. Fourth in the team in scoring. She's got 26 goals on the season. Make it 27 now. She's been very impressive this season, seeing action against some of the top teams in the nation, including Flagler, in which she scored one of the 4 goals that Young Harris had against the number 1 team in the nation. For Southern Wesleyan, whether or not the heat's working against them or what, it's right now got to be a wake-up call. You're down 2-0 against the number 1 team in the conference. And you're also down plenty of players as well. They come into this game with just 12. That is the full amount that you can field a lacrosse team with. They do have one substitution which is Taylor Townsend, but due to injury, she can only play for half the game. Her status more TBD than anything, but right now she's out on the field, number 4 in the blue and white. She's right now with Kaylin Little, Conference Carolina's Freshman of the Month, being out of play due to an upper body injury. She's going to be the one that right now leads the team in regards to the goal scoring prowess. We'll see if she gets a strike today. Right now it's Young Harris feeding this one behind X. Erickson standing firm in goal. It's the workaround. Back from X. Inside at the doorstep. The slam dunk. And a 3-0 lead for the Mountain Lions. Now 3 separate scores for Young Harris: Gianna Limonu, Megan McGill, as well as Erica Baum. Now it's going to be up to the draw control. Offensively surprised that we have not seen Parker back-to-back Conference Carolina's Offensive Player of the Week. But then again, maybe for Young Harris, they see this win as a win where they can diversify the scoring regime, where they can put players where maybe they haven't been throughout the season in those positions to score and strike. But now it's SWU with an opportunity and Taylor Townsend to lead the charge. Of course, being without Kaylin Little, who has garnered 56 points over the course of the year. She's 4th in Conference Carolina's in assists per game. Without her right now offensively, it may be tough because she's the QB of the offense. It's Bowman trying to work. Usually more of a defensive midfielder has had to, with the personnel changes they've gone through, had to switch to a more offensive mindset. Inside Simpson, Hernandez lets one loose with the left hand. It'll be stopped by McKenna Graff, who's currently 2nd in the Conference Carolinas. Here's Bowman. She strikes and strikes true, putting a dent into this small Young Harris lead. Is Trinity Bowman, her first goal of the season, first collegiate goal as well. Well, talk about turning good defense into good offense. Bowman, a perfect example. So Trinity Bowman gets on the board first, the local out of West Side High School. Didn't play last season due to just some eligibility issues that she went through, but hey, stepping up against one of the best teams in the conference, that's huge. I'm sure for her confidence. And look, just to put salt on the wound for Young Harris, Bowman to get the ball back in her cross, has it swatted away, and now you see the young lady who leads the nation in caused turnovers. And that is Miss FIFA Steves out of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. More on her later as we see Haley Billings was one of the top goal scorers last season for Southern Wesleyan. Couldn't find the action against North Greenville, but then again, who did for Southern Wesleyan besides Kaylin Little and Alexis Simpson? It looks like Billings will get an opportunity at the 8-meter. A green card to be awarded. And it seems like we have an offside penalty. Caitlin Anderson to be called with the offside. It'll be a 1-minute releasable penalty. So, with these releasable penalties, if a goal is scored by Young Harris or SWU, then she's able to be released. But right now, we're seeing Young Harris play in the woman up because SWU now only has 11 on the field. But they don't make much to do with it, as this ball will be rocketed out of play, and apparently it went off a SWU stick. So now, Southern Wesleyan back to the defensive. FIFA Steves looking for her 70th cause turnover, and she grabs it. A perfect example of why she leads the nation in cause turnovers. Now Townsend, a Bowling Springs, South Carolina native, working alongside Steves. Steves, who has had a few goals here or there as the season's gone along, had 3 against Troop McConnell, 5 in total. And Steves in her final Conference Carolinas game as a Warrior, as this will be the finale, really, for her here at Childs Field. She wants to make it a good one. And I say conference finale because for SWU, they still have one more game remaining, and it is a non-conference matchup against the Coker Cobras, in which they'll travel to Hartsville, South Carolina. Steves looks, feeds, no good, tries to find Simpson. Here comes Billings, works it off the ground ball play. Billings fakes it inside, swings one, able to recover, trying for the garbage goal, and it'll be a chase down that'll be awarded way of Young Harris. Young Harris going with their all black with the purple outline jerseys. A pretty good color scheme. I know they earlier on in the season released their lavender purple, and that was quite the color combo. Actually, one of my favorite color combos I've seen in my time as a commentator. Now back up top. It'll be Troyer. She's been lethal in the draw control circle alongside the assist category. Talked about that early on in the game, how she sits at second. Troyer tries to feed it up. Great recovery here from Young Harris. It's in the hands of Parker. Parker 7th in the Conference Carolinas in regards to points a game. Gets in on the assist as well. But her being 4th in the conference in goals per game with 3.13 really helps out Young Harris. She has carried a pretty heavy load, but as has Sydney Craig as she throws this one away. Some kickball there from FIFA. Trying to recover. Troyer right there wolfs her down. That was Kayla Lynn. 6 assists on the season, and that'll do it for the shot clock. Got to have that situational awareness if you're Young Harris. Many may have thought that with FIFA almost recovering, the shot clock would have reset, but in that situation, it did not, because she didn't take full possession of it. And Simpson throws that one away, intended for Bowman, but way off the mark. So SWU will give it right back over after having a really good momentum-halting chance to slow down Young Harris. Now Hayden Hennessy, the junior defender, just awaits the ball thrown in there by SWU athletic director Mike Gillespie. 21 cause turnovers there for Hennessy. 33 draw controls as well. We'll be seeing much more of her as this game goes along. But so far, if SWU can keep it up the way it's been, which is strong defense and then situational offense, that's exactly what you want to see. Chaotic offense. That's how you're going to disrupt this Young Harris defense. Shot to score. Easy said, easy done. Flying back of cage for another Young Harris score. Erickson has had some pretty impressive stat lines as the season has gone along, including 14 saves against UVA-wise, a very strong out-of-conference team. They play in the South Atlantic Conference and was actually one of the few teams to beat this Young Harris team. But you look at her overall, 53 saves on the season for a 35% save percentage. Not too bad for your first season of lacrosse ever. And back to the draw circle we go. Ball loose and picked up. Addison Heiser out of Greer, South Carolina. Isn't too far from here. Around 45 to 50 minutes away from Central South Carolina. Was a product of Riverside High School. Up top, Hernandez tries to poke it away. Hernandez was a part of that state runner-up team at Spartanburg High School, and Helen Posey, welcome back. Posey able to intercept it and then throw it sky high. Almost hits Coach Snyder. Man, trying to kill somebody out here. Either way, that was one of the most interesting passes I've seen. Sorry. Now it's Troyer to feed up top. Lemieux tries to force it inside. It's a pickup from Simpson. Simpson, she has taken off as of recent. Now it's going to be up to the speedy FIFA to get things crossed. Posey launches it. Billings, nice snag. She works across midfield. And she's detwigged right near the sideline, gives it right back to young Garris. And funny enough, I asked Haley before the game began, I said, all right, Haley, how many goals you scored today? She said, at least one. I was like, okay, one isn't bad. And she said, 100. I was like, okay. You know, might not be feasible, but hey, I like the intensity and the positivity. Simpson able to force the issue near the sideline here on the near side. Man, it's a beautiful day to play some women's lacrosse as well. The high was 90 degrees today. You could just say, hello, summer, goodbye, springtime. It was hot. And thankfully, the sun begins to set. And we've got plenty of shade here at Childs Field. Townsend to begin things for SWU offensively. Feeds it. Billings. Anderson. Yet to score a goal this season on the attack. Lets it fall out of her cross. And it's a chase down. Young Harris with the pickup. Heiser, who's got 5 game-winning goals this season. She leads the team in that. Pretty impressive stat there from just a sophomore. This young Harris team coming off a big win against Virginia State, who made the jump to D2, I believe, just 2 seasons ago. Beat them 21-6. That was the final score. Now it's back up top. Kaylee Hanks. The retreat back up top to Hanks. A product of North Gwinnett High School, just out of range of young Harris. Little more than 3 minutes remain here in the first period of play. 4-1 here for the young Harris Mountain Lions. Struggling against the strong defense of Southern Wesleyan. And a chase down and a nice possession-saving play. Less than 30 on the shot clock. The feed near the far side of the 12. Young Harris, a team that ranks 4th in both goals and points and assists in the Conference Carolina. Let's talk about some consistency. Hanks loses it. FIFA Steves with a huge cause turnover. Marker for 71 on the season. Here comes Charlotte Barnett out of Greenville, South Carolina. Turns on the Jets, but loses the ball in the process. She's been phenomenal this season on the defensive. 21 calls turnovers for her. But I know right now, SWU is missing the offensive capability of Ella McCowan as well as Kaylin Little. So now it's young Harris trying to seal off this first quarter of play with potentially another goal. We'll see if the SWU defense can hang on. Amanda Erickson blocks it with her knees. Amanda Erickson, a brick wall in cage for the Warriors. Now biding her time. Got to get it across field. There needs to be some off-ball movement here from Southern Wesleyan. No one's open. In less than a minute to go, she finds Billings. They're on the far side. Southern Wesleyan, if they hold on to it now, they're going to be able to retain possession going into the second period of play. Looks like we may see a card come out, a green, and gives Southern Wesleyan the woman-up opportunity. Just 16 total woman-up goals this season. That's good for last place for SWU in the Conference of Carolinas, that is. But who knows? They've already surprised us once today with the Trinity Bowman goal. We'll see if Southern Wesleyan can surprise us once more. 4-1, your score. It's Billings over to Barnett. Back up top to Henning Graybill. Flings one past the restraining line towards Billings. She's eyeing down Cade. She's got 8 goals, 8 assists on the season, and throws this one away. 15 seconds to go. Flames behind her feet. It's Megan McGill, who's going to make the smart choice to hang on to this one for the final few seconds here in the first period of play on the Conference Carolinas Digital Network. It's 4-1 here at Childs Field. Back to the action here at Childs Field, and it is a 4-1 ball game in favor of Young Harris College. Out of Young Harris, Georgia, they're going to be the host of the Conference Carolinas Women's Lacrosse Tournament. That's be coming your way in just a mere few short weeks. Crazy to me how fast this season flew by. But man, we saw ourselves quite the season for Southern Wesleyan. We saw the overtime upset of Lee's McRae in which Kaylin Little assisted Ella McCowan. And again, with overtime, it is sudden death. And sudden death it was. And the Bobcats have really been unable to recover since then, have yet to win a conference matchup. 5 overall wins, but a majority of those were against D3 and some NAIA schools. So, not much for them to be too emphatic about in that regard. But what they can be emphatic about is the fact that they have a building and developing roster, for sure. Brand new head coach, and he's got some good things going for him. And Young Harris has some good things going for him here at the start of the second period of play. Make it 5-1. So it was Addison Heiser, the sophomore, averaging around 2.31 goals per game. She's got 37 coming in to today, and now she's got 39 on the season. And all off 2 shots today. 2 draw controls, 1 caused turnover, and 2 ground balls for her. 2's been the magic number. And we're going to go right to the draw here. Really got to rely on your wing players to make an impact, and Parker making an instant impact. 9th in the conference, Carolina's in draw controls a game with 3.94. Now it's Troyer back up top. Finds Heiser again, 2 goals for her on the day. 2 assists by Troyer already. Some great ball movement. A carousel up and around the 12. Inside, weaving. A nice cut from 8 in. And it's eventually some kickball. With a Warrior and a Mountain Lion are waiting to pounce on the restraining line. Looks like we're going to stop the game clock, stop the shot clock. We might see ourselves an 8-meter opportunity. It's going to be Emma Clardy, the junior out of Pickens, South Carolina, to go ahead and situate herself in the box. They're going to call her for a hold. It's a 1-minute releasable penalty. And again, like I explained to you fans earlier, that if you score, then she's going to be able to be released. But if not, then she's going to have to await that whole minute. It's a reset of the shot clock now. So now Young Harris has 90 seconds to shoot. It'll be up to the very strong defense of Southern Wesleyan to try and force a few issues. The question is, can they? It's Parker passing it to the referee. I guess the jerseys look partially alike. We've definitely seen some interesting passes today. One from Helen Posey and then one from Parker. Sometimes the referees can be on your side, but that referee carries no stick. Intercepted by Posey, who I just mentioned earlier. Flops it to the ground, and unfortunately for Southern Wesleyan, that will be another turnover on them. The pickup after the shot, it's Erica Baum. Feeds it towards Parker. This time finds her teammate instead of the zebra stripes. Clardy been released, full power is SWU. And just like that, as Emma Clardy checks in, we're going to see FIFA Steves check out. A cross check, they're called for her. FIFA Steves, she has been notably one of the highest card receiving players on this squad. So far, 19, now 20 green cards for her this season. Her, Ella McCowan, definitely some aggressive players on the defensive. Here's a shot in the goal. The turnaround point from Gianna Lemieux. And for number 28, that was her second goal of the day. 5th of the season. Going to have some good opportunities here. Coming into this game, had 3 goals on 12 shots in the 14 games that she's played this season. A New York native getting it done here in South Carolina. For SWU, they got to stand strong. Don't let the pressure get to you too early. And for Amanda Erickson, have to be the field general right now for your defense. Got to communicate and communicate well. Parker wins it unanimously. She'll begin things there on the far side. Looks like we may have ourselves an off-ball penalty. And it will be an offside on Bowman. So you may be saying, well, didn't FIFA Steves just leave? She did, yes, because of the goal. So she was released. But right now it's got to be some card management here from Southern Wesleyan. That's now 3 cards here in just the first few minutes of the second period. We've got just under 12 to go here in the half. Lamu jumped for it, and it's Clary the pickup. Her first collegiate season of lacrosse. She has been a nightmare for some offenses. Forced quite a few of caused turnovers this season. For Clary, that was her 10th. But right back to the action. And it's going to be Young Harris bringing us that action. Southern Wesleyan, they've been gritty on the defensive. The offense just has not translated. The quick feed, it was a sniper pass and a sniper shot, but Amanda Erickson says no. A huge momentum stopper there for the Massachusetts native. The feed towards Graybeal, who was a former goalie for this Southern Wesleyan team. Ended her goalie career at a 34% save percentage. Posey works around, draws the double team. It's Simpson now. Working deep into SWU territory. They've got to get out and clear. Simpson just has to pass that midfield line. Gives it on to FIFA Steves. Steves working. Trying to swat it out of the cross of Young Harris. And timeout by Young Harris. We'll take it with you here on the Conference Carolina's digital network. Man, we're having fun here. Back to the action here in Child's Field. Some call it the pit due to the high hanging hill there to our left side, and young Harris with the sun in their eyes trying to find a 7th goal here against Southern Wesleyan. It's 6-1. Here is the first half, potentially coming to a close here shortly. A fight for it there on the far sideline. Less than 11 minutes remain here in the first half of play, and it was a great high-intensity effort play. A 12-on-12 there, and by that I mean freshman Carter Stamps against Haley Billings. They're around the restraining line, and Billings was able to win it. But it'll be intercepted quickly by Megan McGill. 2 game-winning goals this season, and the 8 games she's played, 14 goals on 27 shots. She feeds this one off towards Kayla Lynn. And now a double woman down situation. 2 personnel down here for young Harris. They're going to be taking out Kayla Lynn, whom I just mentioned, alongside Carter Stamps, both of them with the 1-minute releasable penalty. This is a better time than ever to score if you're Southern Wesleyan. Right now, just got to get it across the midfield line. Bowman, one that could definitely do that. She beats defenses with her speed. She is a pure athlete. Watch her go. Bowman keeps it in her cross, weaving, dodging, might try and find a 2nd goal on the season and on the day. Instead, finds Anderson. Anderson back towards Bowman, and that'll be right back into the hands of young Harris. And they're quick to it. It's Kaylee Hanks. 9 goals on her season so far. She's got an assist on the day. Heiser and Lemieux, both with 2 apiece. A brace for those ladies. Bowman, the lone goal scorer for SWU. So it's back in SWU territory. Here comes Parker. Parker still yet to score today. And won't get it there as Simpson with the pickup. And back-to-back green cards. Now a yellow card there for Kayla Lynn. So a 2-minute non-releasable penalty for dangerous contact. Like I said, better opportunity than ever here for Southern Wesleyan to put one on the board. And once again, just spark a flame. Need to really find that. And that usually can happen with a nice goal run. Here comes Posey. Loses it off the contact. The pickup there from Miguel. Fed over to Erica Baum. Had lots of green grass in front of her and had the numbers advantage. Well, not even that. She more of just had no SWU defenders in her reach, so she could have taken that one all the way if she wanted to. Instead, backs off and looks to play this one properly. Sydney Craig, again, came in here with 33 goals on the season. Yet to find the back of net today. Here's Parker working up, finds Troyer. Flag is loose. And whistle is blown. We might see our first free position opportunity of the evening. It's going to be Lemieux. Apologies, Erica Baum. 27 goals on the season, and she gets stuffed by Amanda. Amanda Erickson, steal in cage. Deep toss. It's a loose ball. Townsend gonna try and chase it down. Here comes Bowman with speed. Her up against Ella Clifford. It'll be a strong fight there from the Warriors, but to no avail. The feed in off the fast break. It's Sydney Craig trying to scoop it up deep in 8-meter territory. Here comes FIFA, popping it up to herself. She's a dual sport athlete here at Southern Wesleyan, a standout soccer player, and an even better lacrosse player. Ball going way of Southern Wesleyan. Huge change of pace. Hernandez playing on the same field as her sister, Hernandez, both out of Spartanburg High School, former Vikings. Here comes Sophia Hernandez, younger sister of Mary. Bowman, eyeing cage, looks, shoots, and it's deflected. It's in the paws of the Mountain Lions. Far side now, they work. Hernandez on the defensive, as is Posey and a multitude of Warriors. We'll see how they handle this one. Troyer eyeing a fellow Mountain Lion. Heiser, a brace today, guarded by FIFA. Lemo, the feed in, Troyer, the extra dish, inside Parker. Swipe and a score up and over the head of the 5'2" Erickson. And just like that, the scoring drought has ceased for her. Was able to quench the goal thirst. And now brings us to a 7-1 ball game here at Childs Field. A little more than 4 minutes remain in this first half of play. And for Troyer, a 4th assist on the evening. 7 assists today. There have been no lone scorers without their fellow assisters around them. Not a single unassisted goal today. Very impressive from this young Harris team. You can see they're playing team-oriented ball, that's for sure. They've had some pretty brutal non-conference matchups this season, including 2 losses, one to Flagler, 19-4, mentioned that earlier, then a loss to University of Alabama Huntsville. That was 9-20. So they are beatable. Just right now, not in conference play. We'll see how far they can find themselves in the tournament. Here comes Parker shifting her way in for another goal. Give her a brace and back-to-back goals for their lead scorer. And for Riley Parker, she's coming off 5 points against Virginia State. 3 goals, 2 assists on 5 shots. Had 6 draw controls as well. That's what you want. You want someone very well-rounded on the offense. Someone that can be your Swiss Army knife. Can do just about everything. Now back to the draw. It's Bowman representing the Warriors. It's going to be a fight for it, but Troyer on the scoop up. Smacked down by Simpson. It's Clifford, the pickup. Now on the far side, it'll be Young Harris to begin their offensive prowl once more. And Parker looks like she has got some pep in her step. She's seen back of cage, and you know what they say, shooters will shoot. We'll see if she takes off on a hot streak. Well, hard to start a hot streak whenever your other offensive players go cold for a moment. Looks like we're going to see Haley Billings having stepped over the restraining line. We'll see her exit the field of play. Billings has played quite well today, very aggressive. She's been, and you can see fellow teammate and currently injured Kaylin Little sit there fanning her there on the sideline in the box. Talk about a good teammate. The feed in towards Hanks. He tries a side swipe, but she's deflected by a Warrior. 70 seconds remain on the shot clock. Not much time left in this first half of play. 2.5 minutes to go to be exact. Here comes Baum, and she strikes. And man, she's coming off quite the game against Virginia State. It was a 6-goal, 1-assist outing for her. And the freshman putting herself up there in contention for potential freshman of the year. I know that the main two competitors were Kaylin Little as well as Olivia Wallach, who, funny enough, were former teammates at T.L. Hanna High School. But Erica Baum, if she can continue a run through conference play and deep into the conference tournament, potentially winning it, that would be huge for that potential ranking. But I'm sure we'll see those awards come out before the conference tournament. Heiser to win it. Lynn looking near side. It'll be Baum once more. She's definitely got the hot hand today. 9-1 your score. Baum's got 2 goals deflected. Clardy on the pickup. It's a loose ball. Kicked away. Steves trying to pick it up around the restraining line. Still juggles it, bobbles it, and we're going to see a stoppage in play. And that'll be Hayden Hennessy out of Dutch Fork High School in Irmo, South Carolina. Ranked 17th in the Conference Carolinas in ground balls a game, 2.31, and calls turnovers a game with 1.31. 21 calls turnovers. She tried to get some action there, but instead she exits the game. And she situates herself there on the nice, comfy-looking chairs that Southern Wesleyan has. Some great facilities here in Central. Deep ball for Billings, a Hail Mary there from Posey, and that one will draw all the way out. A nice chase down from Billings, nonetheless, because, again, if that technically, since that had been a pass, either way, if she would have chased it down, it wouldn't have been her ball because you have to have a shot in order to be able to chase down and then repossess. But, hey, good, gritty effort there from Billings. One thing about Young Harris that you have to note is that they have a perfect away record, and showing just why. Addison Heiser strikes once more. Give her a hat trick on the day. Brings us to a 10-1 ball game with 1 minute to go. It'll be running clock if one more goal is scored by Young Harris. You have to be up by 10 or more goals to commence the running clock, which means no matter what happens, the clock will continue to run. And for SWU, who needs to play a bit of catch-up right now, that would be unideal. Simpson flips it in the air. Troyer tries to grab it. Instead, it's Billings. snags it out of thin air. On the fast break, might dodge and try and go all the way. Shot! And Graff says no. Toss towards Parker, chased down by FIFA. The pass near side for McGill. McGill to Baum, and they'll call it a save there for Amanda Erickson. Huge play and prevents the running clock. 20 seconds to go here in the first half of play. Townsend with not much time at her disposal. We'll see how SWU maps this one up. Simpson, she's been known to rip it. Has a chance, lets it loose, and that'll be a chase down from McKenna Graff. That'll do it, ladies and gentlemen, for your first half of play. 10-1. Southern Wesleyan just trying to hang on by a thread. Can they make the comeback here in the second half? We'll see. Welcome back here. It's the third period of action at Southern Wesleyan University. Childs Field is proud to bring you Young Harris versus Southern Wesleyan in the conference finale of women's lacrosse. The Conference Carolinas has blessed us with plenty of fun women's lacrosse play, and right now we've seen a lot today. Plenty of scoring. We've seen Heiser, Baum, Lemieux, and Parker with a brace or more. Baum has had herself a phenomenal day just as a freshman as well. She's now sitting at a total of 28 goals on the season, and Heiser has herself a hat trick, so players to watch out for. And Anderson's pass, unable to be corralled by multiple Warriors, including lone goal scorer Trinity Bowman. This is a SWU team that's without Caitlin Little, alongside Emily Grigg and Ella McCowan, so some pretty top-tier offensive weapons that are out of the arsenal today. And Ava Lombardi has been out for a multitude of games due to a shin injury. So right now the SWU's definitely on the injury bus. Troyer feeds it off, already got 4 assists on the day. Here's another goal from Baum. Give her a hat trick. The freshman strikes again. 29 goals on the season. And ladies and gentlemen, now it's a running clock. Again, when you're ahead by 10 or more goals, you continue to run the clock. So no matter what happens, clock will roll. A beautiful day, and the sun continues to set here at Central South Carolina. My name's Colin Calvert, and glad to have you with us here on the Conference Carolinas Digital Network. A goalie change has been brought about for Young Harris, and it's Alyssa Rosenfield. 24 saves, 29 goals against. She's got a 1-0 record and a 45% save percentage so far this season. Not too shabby for a reserve goalkeeper. We'll see how she fares against Southern Wesleyan. Here comes Young Harris firing on all cylinders. Troyer going to get sideswiped and has a chance now from the 8 meters. Looks like it won't be Troyer who received the contact. It'll be Heiser looking for her 4th goal of the evening. Heiser feeds it off. Troyer swipes and scores. You heard them call that play from the sideline. They said, Troyer, you're next. And by God, she was. 5 points on the day for number 7, the senior out of Johns Creek. Third goal of the season, and adding up those 4 assists, now 33 assists. Anderson takes on Parker. They are in the draw circle. Anderson, a freshman from Indiana. Plenty of good lacrosse talent has come out of Indiana, but Parker sends that one right over to Troyer. Apologies, that was Hayden Hennessy who got the job done. Parker ended up with it, and now it's Lemieux. Guarded by the freshman, Barnett. Parker up top. Feeds it backside towards Heiser. Here's Parker once more, guarded by Posey. Southern Wesleyan working with a backer. Heiser pushed out. Parker has a bit of a lane if she wanted to take it. Pick set. Tries to find the cutter inside. It's swatted away, but eventually finds its way into the hands of Megan McGill. Parker weaving her way through the trees and switches hands, dishes it with the left. 3 hat tricks for young Harris today. Heiser, Baum, and Parker. Anderson pops it up. FIFA trying to win it off the ground ball play. Tight roping the sideline. Able to grab it up and potentially give Southern Wesleyan one of their first offensive drives of this third period. Remember, the clock continues to run. They've got less than 9 minutes to go here in the third. Bowman finds Barnett, who's usually more on the defensive side, has had to really translate her game to fit the offensive schematic that Schneider has had to put together due to all the injuries. FIFA. Billings working off the pick set for Barnett. Billings spinning, driving, eyeing FIFA now. 5 goals on the season for the senior. Billings, a junior, works it towards the freshman Barnett, top of the key. Here's the shifty dodge. Feeds it towards Hernandez. Able to keep it in her grasp and finds Townsend. Townsend now with 15 seconds at the offense's disposal. FIFA the feed in. Hernandez tries to get a shot off. Instead, it will be picked up by Rosenfield. It'll be a fight back for it here for Southern Wesleyan. Billings able to pick up the slack. Inside towards Simpson, but instead it's grabbed by Clifford. Ball loose around the crease line. Dropped off, dumped off. A strong ride here for SWU, and Nicole trips herself up. Rosenfield got tongue-tied there with the net. Back up top, it's Troyer now. Camille Curry over to Parker. She resets the offense. Baum now, hat trick for her today. 40 seconds to go here. Parker, nice move, lets it fly, inches away from dotting the back of the cage. Here's the shot and the score. Sydney Craig strikes and strikes true. Makes it a 14-1 game here in Central. Timeout called by Lindsey Schneider. We'll take it with him. right to the draw we go. Just a few minutes left here in this third period of play at Childs Field. 14-1, your score. Bowman, a nice pickup there on the far side. Good ground ball play from the sophomore, former Ram of West Side High School. She's had to play a big offensive role today. Had her first collegiate goal against one of the best teams in the conference, being Young Harris. She's played pretty impressively today. It'll be FIFA Steves. Steves, who had 2 goals against Embry and Henry in that big win against the Wasp, who are part of the South Atlantic Conference, one of the most dangerous and reputable women's lacrosse conferences. 35 seconds remain. A right pass there from Bowman. Had some contact made. Barnett squeezes by the restraining line. Finds Bowman once more. Not much time left to get active on the offensive. That ball swatted away. Barnett once more. 10 seconds to shoot. Barnett out of Greenville trying to make something happen. They've only got 4 seconds to shoot. Something has to happen. And a shot clock expiration will commence. Unfortunate there, but just have to have some heads up, high lacrosse IQ there, and just communicate better if you're the SWU offense. Some trippage and a de-twigging there by Steves, even though it seems as if it was just a trip by Lemieux. She's down for the count, but going to get up pretty quick, laugh it off. And seems like she might have a chance from the free position, either that or from the 12. She's going to laugh things off and head off the field. In for her comes Kayla Lynn. Here comes Lynn. Troyer working from right to left. Picked up by Hernandez on a fast streak down the sideline. She has the ball depossessed from her. Troyer able to get it back. Here comes Heiser. Boom. Ball loose at 50-50. It's Curry against Barnett. Flung cross field for Troyer. Already 1 goal today, 4 assists. Finds a second. Holy moly. A rocket launcher of a shot. And another score for Young Harris. Make that 15-1. 2 minutes remain here in the third period of play. And Young Harris still has 15 minutes to SWU still has 15 minutes to make a recovery. It would be one of the greatest comebacks in the history of this program. That was a goal by Troyer. And for her, it's come easy. Offensively, a double-edged sword. 24 goals, 33 assists on the season. And now, 6 points on the day. Pretty impressive there for the senior. Heiser over to Craig. At the doorstep, that'll be an easy goal. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, and young Harris begins to run away with this one. 35 seconds remain here in the third period of play. Less than that now. Time running out. That running clock really doing a number here on SWU. And with just a few seconds remaining, Southern Wesleyan to maybe take one final draw before the fourth and final bit of action. And they won't. Fourth and final bit of action coming your way. Final 15 minutes here at Childs Field to commence shortly. The fourth and final bit of play set to commence in just a few short moments. A running clock for Southern Wesleyan. They have got to get something done offensively. 16-1, Young Harris looking to remain undefeated in conference play, but also away. They have had a really easy time in these away games. 7-0. At home, 5-5. That, to me, is crazy. Of course, you go look at their home schedule. They played PBA, lost by 1. Played Rollins, lost by 6. Played UVA-Wise, lost by 5. And let's see, who else? Played against Alabama, Huntsville, and Flagler all at home. Oh, man, that's a tough home schedule. Also a very tough non-conference schedule as well. Begins with Hank's top of key, feeds it to Craig. Craig retreats back. Back to Hanks. Far side, flips this one in. Tries to find Baum once more. Conference Carolinas Women's Lacrosse. The tournament set to begin the 23rd of April. So next Thursday. That'll be at Young Harris, Georgia. Inside the Young Harris Soccer and Lacrosse field. McGill. The flip in. Parker tries with the left hand once more. Trying to get Amanda Erickson off guard. And just a few short seconds remain on the shot clock. And Erickson stops him short from yet another goal. Remains 16-1. Heiser leads the way with 4 goals to her name. Anderson. Full steam ahead. Able to find Posey. Had some interesting passes today, but that one actually connects. Billings. A streak of fire left in her wake. Pushed in the back. No call made. Barnett. Barnett dodges. Looks. Back in the hands of FIFA. Known for her defensive prowess. Offensively, she's definitely capable. We'll see if she pulls one out here. Shot by Billings, it's saved. Here's another chance, saved once more. Attempting the garbage goals are the Warriors. Right now it's crunch time. Need to make something happen. Southern Wesleyan back with the defensive. It's Heiser who leads the field in scoring right now to pass off. Now towards the far side. Looks to be McGill. Craig trying to find a cutter. Thought she saw Heiser there within the 8. Instead finds her outside the 12. Those two playing a bit of a patty cake. They're atop of the 12. A quick feed in, intending that one for Parker, ends up off her back. Somehow she's able to find this one over the Baum, but Erickson stuffs her like a turkey. Amanda Erickson on fire here. Not the greatest of save percentages today, but she's got 6 saves to 16 goals against. 27.3% save percentage. Anything's better than that NGU game. Barnett. A fast break, slide met her. On to FIFA. And Taylor Townsend, who we haven't seen much of today. Shovel pass to Billings. Trying to find an alleyway. Calls the play from the top of the 12. 40 seconds to go. FIFA flings it. Simpson. Needing someone inside. Finds Billings, but denied access right at the gate. Ball be given right back into the paws of the Mountain Lions, who have played incredibly today. We're seeing Rosenfield garner her 4th save of the day, matching graphs. Parker, 3 goals on her day, 53 on the season. Here's the workaround. Some ring around the Rosie. Ball finds its way into the hands of Troyer. Switches hands, loses the ball, and able to recollect herself. Top of the 12. Heiser feeds in. Parker! The alley-oop is good. 17th goal for Young Harris. tell you what, that was one heck of a shot. And timeout is called by Southern Wesleyan. Less than 10 minutes to go, and Viva Steves sorts things out with a draw control win off the ground ball play. That's what you got to do. If you can't win it uncontested, then if you're there, center of the circle, fling it out to your wings. You've got FIFA Steves, one of the best ground ball players in the nation, at your disposal. Work with her. Now it's Townsend to Posey, getting in on the offensive, and she'll turn it over. Man, they are fast down the track. Parker and Heiser both 4 goals apiece. It's in the hands of McGill. 14 goals, 5 assists on her season so far. For SWU, the lone goal scorer remains Trinity Bowman. First collegiate goal, too. That's pretty awesome. Out of reach of Parker, chase down will be awarded to SWU. So back on the offense they go, but only if they can clear. That's got to be the big goal here. Here comes Bowman. Talking to some people off air, discussed how Bowman has had plenty of opportunities to score throughout the season. Oftentimes you see her jump ahead of the defense, and she tends to just hesitate. I'm glad she didn't this go-round. Craig feeds it over towards Clifford. Apologies, that's Miguel. Up top is Troyer. Baum, side swipe. A high arcing side swipe finds the bottom left corner. Another goal. Make it 18-1. And Baum goes ahead and joins Parker and Heiser with 4 goals each. And we surpassed the 7-minute mark. Not much time left for Southern Wesleyan to catch up. Gonna need to score 2 goals a minute at this point. And a little bit more if they want to play some catch up. But still, they have a chance to recover against SAC opponent in Coker this upcoming Saturday. They'll travel all the way to Hartsville. And Troyer wins that one uncontested. Let's go ahead and look at how many she's got on the day in regards to draw controls. Here's the shot. That'll go wide. Draw controls, Troyer has 7. 6 points, 7 draw controls, 1 cause turnover, 1 ground ball. Pretty freaking impressive. Here comes Troyer. Heiser looks to dodge, rolls back, and feeds it up top. Troyer to Heiser again. They'll see if they can work that play out. The feed in, swatted away, attempted to be swatted away, and Baum instead makes them pay. Make it a 19-1 game. Well, I thought it was going to be a great defensive play from SWU. Ended up being another goal for Young Heroes. Five goals for the freshman, 11 goals over the past 2 matchups. Hey, just like that, she might have put herself in the running for freshman of the year, just by these past 2 games alone. Under 5 minutes to go here, and right to the draw we go. Troyer was looking for her 8th, might find it off the ground ball play, and she does. Oh, some slippage. And hoping all is well with her, she's quick to run off the field. Oh, goodness. Hoping all is okay with her. Limping a bit here on the sidelines. That was a close one. Hopefully all is well. Either way, right back to the game we go. The feed far side out of reach of Baum, who's looking for a 6th on the evening. The question is, with the little time that we have left, can she? 4 minutes to go. Troyer re-enters the game. Great to see. I know for Southern Wesleyan, that's not what you want to see, but we're just glad that she's uninjured. Here comes Bowman. Taking the clear into her own hands, and she gets trail checked. Here comes Heiser. The feed to Miguel. On the way, it's Baum. Back up top, working inside's Curry. FIFA on the way. Looking to potentially go coast to coast. Instead feeds it to Billings. Billings on a fast break. Townsend. Inside, Billings the shovel shot and corralled. Rosenfield stops another run. A little more than 2 minutes remain. Now under 2.5. A green card to be given to FIFA, her 2nd today. 1 minute, releasable penalty. having a bit of confusion with the clock. They're going to say they won it at 2:40. And some stoppage in play. We'll see if the reset takes place here soon. I'll be right back. Back to the action finally. We have the clock issues finished and fixed. Here's the feed in towards Baum, looking for another, and she got it. 12 goals over 2 games. Talk about a back-to-back 6-goal performance for her. Baum, definitely the MVP of this matchup. And, man, you just got to look at the assist as well. Hanks has 1, Craig has 2, Troyer has 4, Heiser, Curry, Lemieux, Parker, all with 2 apiece as well. It has been a pass party today. 1:50 remains here in Central. 20-1 your score. Man, that first half of play was very, very impressive there from SWU. The latter half, not so much. They played very well, much better than they did against NGU, but still was not enough. Troyer make it her now 9th draw control of the day. Baum here on the near side feeds it up top for Troyer. Lemieux to Heiser. Under a minute to go here. And Parker gets smacked back of the neck. She'll have a free position opportunity. 50% is this Young Harris team. Simpson making some dangerous contact. She's out for the remainder of the game. Parker trying to find 5 on the day. Looking for 7 points as well. She's got 2 assists. Can she take this one all the way? Back-to-back Conference Carolina Offensive Player of the Week. And tried to show off a little bit there, but she's denied entry. The low-to-low goal would have been impressive had she succeeded at it. Here's Troyer, the dump off. Parker gets her revenge. Second time's a charm. Make it 21-1. Parker, 5 goals on the evening. "25 seconds to go, and that might just be your game, ladies and gentlemen. Young Harris taking their sweet time to get to the draw circle. And with that, the final few seconds commence. That'll be your game, ladies and gentlemen. Young Harris remains fully undefeated in conference play, and they have dominated the away sector of their season. 8-0 away, 9-0 in conference play. 21-1, the final score here at Southern Wesleyan University. The Mountain Lions pounce on the Warriors and beat them by 20. And for all those that made this broadcast possible, I'm Colin Calvert. And a big shout out to the Conference Carolina's Digital Network for putting on this broadcast and for Southern Wesleyan for having me. Good night.